Hi everyone, welcome back to Rambling Ruth. I'm Ruth and I ramble a lot. I'm caffeined up, well not caffeined up, decaf. Iced coffee, let's go. Today I had a whole different video planned out, but something happened recently that completely shifted what I wanted to talk about. You know that phrase, too stupid to live? I'll admit I've said it more times than I probably should have, and usually in my head, but sometimes under my breath, as we all do, right? And you know the kind of situation I'm talking about. Someone does something mind-boggling and you think, how in the world does this person even get dressed in the morning? I mean, it's not really a kind phrase, and feelings could easily be hurt if the wrong person overheard you say it. I get that. But I've used it as sort of a shorthand for those moments when people's choices or questions they ask completely throw me for a loop. But here's the thing. I recently agreed to something that, in retrospect, made me think, oh my God, Ruth, you are too stupid to live. You have a voice, use it for heaven's sakes. Stop being so passive aggressive. Say something. But I didn't. And that made me stop and think, if I can say that about myself, it makes me wonder, how often do other people walk away from me thinking the same thing? Knowing me, probably frequently, but and I'll be honest, that realization was an uncomfortable cringe moment. And the truth is, we all do dumb things, some big, some small. And looking back, I've had my fair share, and maybe more than my fair share, of too stupid to live moments. And I'll get vulnerable for a moment and share a few with you. I think the most impactful one that comes to mind is not buying a house when I had the opportunity. Years ago, my then boss encouraged me to buy a condo. I mean, she pretty much relentlessly hounded me and even pushed me to meet with a realtor. She insisted I get pre-approved. She sent me links to condos she thought were reasonable for a first-time buyer. But ultimately, I let fear get in the way and I didn't follow through. At the time, I thought I was being practical, but now 15 years later, not owning a home is the single biggest thing keeping me from retiring. So yeah, that one decision, pretty impactful, especially given my current situation. Then we have insurance mistakes. When my grandson got his first car, I thought I had him appropriately covered with insurance. What I didn't realize was the policy I picked wouldn't replace his car if it was totaled. Yeah, you know what's coming, right? So 4 months later, yep, you guessed it, accident, totaled car. Saying that was not an easy bullet to bite is quite the understatement. Then we have ignoring the IRS. Don't ever ignore the IRS. Just don't. So yeah, that one hurt. Typical me, I thought I could put it off, figure it out later. Procrastination much? Instead, a relatively small amount owed turned into a few thousand, which of course resulted in an avalanche of other problems, as those things tend to do. Not one of my brightest or proudest moments, I can say. I'm pretty sure when the phrase "always has to learn the hard way" was coined, it was with me in mind. Now, here's where things come full circle. For years in my family, I was poor Ruthie. And to some, I still am. The one who wasn't very smart, who made dumb mistakes, always struggling. Unfortunately, it's hard to overcome the labels family places on you, right? And to be perfectly honest, when I look back at some of those stories, part of me wonders if they weren't right all along. But, here's the thing. We all mess up, and I'm pretty sure we'll mess up again. I know I will. It's in my genes. And we'll look back and think, what on earth was I thinking? I swear I can hear my grandmother's voice in my head saying that, Ruth Ellen, what on earth were you thinking? And it's serious when they middle name you, right? Fortunately, though, mistakes don't make me stupid. They make me human. If you've ever had one of those moments, trust me, you're in good company. Although, don't be like me, though. Or maybe do be like me, because you get a really good story out of it. So if you do take anything away from this ramble, let it be this. Don't be so harsh with yourself. Don't let your mistakes define you. Find the humor in it and move on, because we're all just figuring it out as we go. I promise. So, thanks for hanging out with me today. If you've had your own what was I thinking moment or moments, I'd love to hear them in the comments. And remember, we're not too stupid to live. We're just still learning to live. Please subscribe. It would really make me happy. And it's free. As always, friends, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.